cloudy. Maybe it's because of the buggy shirt. But hey guys, spamwaits here. Welcome to another live stream of Truck and Talk Thursday. I just need to be sure that I have all my audios working. Sounds like it's working. Realize this game is like really low volume. Um, Hopefully everything's running fine. I should stop keeping bottles right on this monitor so I can at least check the current status of my stream, because who knows if I'm going to be dropping here real soon again, because internet is great. Hopefully guys, you had a great week. I've had a pretty fantastic week. Did a lot of shopping on Amazon Prime Day. Gotta do a little water break though. But I did a little shopping on Amazon Prime Day. For those who want to be curious of what I got, check the description below my computer specs. I kind of changed it up a bit this time around. That is a long drive to Copenhagen. Zurich? Kind of want to go. Where have I not gone aside from the rest of this place? Why can't I get the other cities? My good sir. Oh, I should probably go to Germany since they've redone Germany. Let's do that. Yeah, how is everyone going? Hopefully everyone's doing fine as of late. Maybe I'll do a couple of short trips if I could find a good. Where am I located? Ooh, this looks close enough. Still have to take a ferry and whatnot. Let's see if I remember how to drive. Even though it's been a week. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. But yeah. Hopefully everyone had a great week so far. I know I have. Hopefully you guys have been following me on Twitter and Instagram, because I took a trip to Reading, or my family and I took a trip to Reading. Decided to go visit something local rather than visiting something like very far from where we're at. We decided to. That is the most easiest way to get there. Yeah, okay. Um, Visit something local because, for those who doesn't know, something happened during our big trip, which led us to go home pretty early. Which I need to edit that vlog, which should come out tomorrow. I'm gonna be editing that, be compiling and everything about that whole vlog of sort. Um, and just talk about like the whole travel, what we've learned and all that stuff. Because after doing this Reading trip, I think I might know what to talk about it here for the finale of the whole road trip. And then hopefully I'll get to editing the Reading vlog, because I do have some footage, I hope. Some pretty usable, hopefully usable footage. But yeah, we decided to take another vacation, just take a little short jaunt up to Northern California, more northern than where we're at right now. And see what's really up there, because I think I've only mentioned it when I was talking to Dragon, so I haven't mentioned it here on Truck and Talk. But we decided to go up that way because quote unquote aunt, I would say aunt, even though they're uh, not blood related to my parents at all whatsoever. It's like that weird Filipino thing. But my aunt suggested going up towards Reading and then visiting all the fun, scenic um, landmarks over there, because there's quite a few actually, up in way far north. Realizing that Lassen and Shasta is in our. Oh, I'm probably speeding. That was me. This is fine. Why don't I have? I do not have volume for this game. What the heck? Whoop. Alright, I'm gonna try also fix this volume issue that I'm having right now, because I want to at least hear the game. It'd be kind of weird just to talk while I'm traveling right now. Okay. Let me just grab this real quick. Um, I hear the game. Maybe I just need to put the volume up. There you go. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, I just turned off my light. Nailed it. Um, yeah, no, one of my aunts recommended to go up that way because they actually did back in, I think, mid late 2020, like in October. So it was actually cooler for them because, for those who doesn't know, Northern California can get really hot, especially over the summer. And over there at Redding, well, next week they're gonna be hitting the 100 teens as another heat wave passes by. Though I feel bad for like Washington and Portland because apparently they're also experiencing a major heat wave, like very major. So that's great. Hooray for global warming! Please stop polluting the earth, myself included. Um, because God, we're gonna be suffering here. Thank God, I don't think we are specifically. This coming week, I think it's just gonna be like in the hundreds, but I digress. But you know, it gets really hot during the summer, so when they went in October, it's probably like actually a really good time to go there, because it's a lot cooler compared to like June. And we know that for the fact because when we went there on Sunday, this past Sunday, it was 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Really, car? Oh my god, whoa. Hi guys, why is there so much traffic? I'm gonna just do that real quick, don't mind me. I guess we had a train go by. Um, but it was like 108 degrees when we got there. Thank God it wasn't 108 degrees the whole time we were there. It would just got up to like, it cooled down to like 100 and eventually up to like the mid 90s, which is still hot in my terms, but it's not so bad on like 110 because 110 really hurts your brain. You're not really supposed to be outside during those intense heat. Like actually, even if it's dry heat, it's just maddening to be in that sort of heat. So it's like you don't want to do any outdoor activities and like when it gets to like mid hundreds. So that's about like 40 degrees Celsius or higher. You would not want to go out because you may get heat stroke, and that won't be a good thing. Um, but yeah, we traveled there on Sunday because of that recommendation. They decided to visit not only like within Reading, but also Bernie Falls, which was like an hour and a half away from Reading. They decided to also go to like Eureka towards the west, towards the coast during their trip. Unfortunately, we didn't do that because I wasn't ready to plan that part of the trip because my dad is not in the mood to drive on like very windy road. Granted, going around Reading towards like Bernie Falls, Lassen, and all that stuff had its fair share of windy roads. However, going to like Eureka and then down towards 101, it'd be cool. I mean, like I've done the drive on a Mega Truck, but it'd be cool to do that in real life. But I don't think we were necessarily ready during the summer to do that per se. So we only decided to go to Reading, but we decided to like visit a little bit more than what they visited. Uh, so I think they visited also the Sundial Bridge in downtown Reading. They also, I think we visited Chance the Dam in Lassen. I don't know if they did per se. Um, but yeah, we stayed there for 3 nights from Sunday to Wednesday. So basically, I came back yesterday, actually. Um, and just explored all the places really. Uh, so it's a really interesting place to be at Reading, I would say, because for those who doesn't know, and I'm going to be a little bit political here, but it only makes sense for the political economics sort of deal. Um, California is definitely a very diverse state, including in political parties. And I'm just gonna dive this in a very surface level conversation. Um, but towards like cities, so like SoCal, Southern California, and here up in like Central California, uh, most of them will be like democratic, progressive sort of deal. While all the way up in the far north, and when I mean far north, I really do mean far north. You do see more like uh, not progressive, liberal, but It's a bus. Um, you do see more conservative Republican sort of deal, and that's what like the sort of vibe I got when I was in Reading. It's definitely like a very conservative sort of thing. Um, like they just want to do it the old way or whatnot. Um, but it's still a very fun place to visit. There's like you wouldn't meet any crazy people there. I promise you that. Like probably other places. But I digress on that subject. Really, I just wanted to like point that out, just in case if you feel a little bit uncomfortable visiting Reading, you may feel that. I'll promise you, you may feel that. I kind of felt it too, but it wasn't entirely bad. Like there's no bad people there. You just probably will get a weird vibe in it. But aside from that, that's a sign. Um, but aside from that, it's a really nice place to visit for stay there for 3 nights. Um, just be wary if you're going in the summer because it's gonna be very hot. I would suggest visiting it during the spring or the fall when it's a little bit cooler. Um, I wouldn't try do it in the winter because while they're like in low elevation, there's a potential for snow, especially if you're gonna be visiting like Bernie Falls or not Shasta Dam, but Lass and all that stuff. Like visiting like national parks and whatnot, you're gonna have an issue visiting those locations compared to like in the spring or fall. But if you could tolerate the heat, ish, you could try visiting the summer. But I would suggest you not. just so you could save yourself from all the heat crazies that not really heat crazies, but it's like really crazy heat. Like it gets up there to like 110s. I don't know if it ever gets up to like 120. That's more like Las Vegas and all that stuff. But it'll get up there. It gets really hot. Um, we visited that 3 nights. Yeah, decided to go to the Sundial Bridge, which was very interesting. As one local liked to point it out. One cool thing about Sundial Bridge is when we visited it, it was actually the start of summer solstice, June 21st. And by name, Sundial Bridge, it is a functioning sundial. However, it only functions one day out of the year on summer solstice. If you guys look at like Google Maps and search up Sundial Bridge, you will realize that Sundial Bridge is like faces direct north south, like 360 sort of deal. So you will um, not be able to use the sundial until summer solstice. And well, one local there was trying to figure out how accurate it was, and then we ended up figuring out how accurate it was. That was pretty damn accurate. So as one local pointed out, the city spent $3 million on a touristy bridge that only operates correctly once a year. But it's really cool just to be there. I think it's like they have a park, garden, museum and such. It's like very family friendly area. You also got the Sacramento River there, which had very nice cold fresh water. Cause yeah, it definitely helps on a very hot day. Um, and just being there, it was pretty nice. Thank God it cooled down when we got there. When we got there like Monday, it was like yeah, like 95, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's like not unbearably hot. It's still hot in my standards, but it's not crazy hot like I was gonna say crazy hot like 110 or something like that. But just like seeing the Sundial Bridge, taking a bunch of pictures, and realizing how not busy it was. I guess not a lot of people stop at Reading. I would suggest for those who are going up north, especially going to like Oregon, Washington from California, take yourself some time to go visit Reading. Go visit the Sundial Bridge. Go visit like a couple other things before going up way far north, and vice versa. If you're coming from Washington and Oregon going south to like Southern California or Central California, go visit Reading. They have quite a few cool things. And again, the $3 million bridge that operates once a year. But it's a really nice piece. It's like a really nice architecture piece. I'll say that. Um, that is basically, yeah, shaped like a sundial. If trying to picture a sundial without researching it right now, it is definitely shaped like a sundial. Like their span mimics a sundial, and well, not really mimics because it actually does function once a year, but it does have take form of a sundial, has its span, and also gotta say it's a glass bridge, so um, don't be don't be afraid to walk over it. It'll hold every sort of weight, even hold mobility scooters and whatnot. So, but just be wary as well at the same time because that was me and my mom being wary at the bridge because it was all glass or majority glass as the floor. So it's like you're getting that like you get a little weird EBGB vibes as you walk above the Sacramento River, the very fast flowing Sacramento River as I noticed. Um, but overall, it was a pretty nice place. I definitely do hope more tourists will like show up because it's like a really good architecture piece, as I say, and I admire it. Don't get me wrong, as a person who likes architecture and have always wanted to do sort of things like that, like when I was a child, I do marvel on like those sort of things. I think I've kind of explained it before here in Drunken Talk, so I guess there is that. But Um, but yeah, we went there, and then after visiting Sundell Bridge, we decided to go to Shasta Dam because it was just another touristy spot that was like 10 minutes away from Reading. So we went up that way, and yeah, it's that one is also quite interesting as well, but a more like sadder tone. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like for those who are not in California or actually, I mean, I think they've been slowly publicizing this out in America. But the West Coast is suffering is suffering a severe drought right now. It's going through a severe drought right now due to a very dry winter. And for those who want to know, winter is usually our wet season over here. So if it's abnormally dry, we'll never get rain in the summer, no matter what. We'll never get rain. It'll be a rare occurrence if it does, very rare occurrence. But because of like a lack of rain and snow we got in the late 2020, early 2021 season, and the subsequent years of having the same result, our reservoirs are drying up, and Lake Shasta is no different to that. Um, and what I remembered in my knowledge base facts of reservoirs in California, Lake Shasta is the largest reservoir that provides fresh water to all of California. At the moment that we were there on Monday, it was at 40% capacity. Now, I think we have had similar occurrences back in like 6 years ago, around like 2014, 2015. I remember taking a picture of this at a different reservoir, local from here, um, where it was like severe drought status, like less than 20% capacity. But seeing the biggest reservoir to have only 40% capacity, and we're not going to be seeing any rain in sight until hopefully this winter. Um, there's no surprise that we need to start conserving water here in California, because oh boy, it's gonna be very interesting if we haven't. It'll be very terrible if we have. Yeah, very terrible though. Good English. It'll be quite terrible if we had another dry season this year or this coming rain season. Because if that's the case, yeah, we're gonna be seeing 2015, 2016 all over again until we get hopefully a very wet year back in 2017. But um, no, yeah, it was quite interesting just to see how low a reservoir can go. Also, apparently, even if the reservoir is at 40% capacity, that's just gonna go through. Fuck it. I don't know why my key is like that. That's weird. Um, But even if we're like at 40% capacity, it's like people do still boat on it. There's still like apparently enough water level to do it. Apparently they created a new pier, like a new what is it? A new like dock. There we go. New dock on the on the dry bed, on the sandy lake bed for them to like launch boats off. And it was like interesting because um, whenever you see a reservoir that's like really low, you could tell how low it got. Where if you see just like rock, just plain rock on it, you just like you don't see any vegetation or anything because that's where the water used to be. Like you don't. There's no vegetation grown underwater in man-made reservoirs. It'll just be all rock. You can see like the stark difference between where the max water level would be and where the water is now, and it's like I don't know 50. No, it's 100 feet difference between the max level and the current level. So that means all the people who wants the boat has to travel another 100 feet downwards just to get to water level, so they can actually launch their boats and whatnot. But it is quite um, interesting to see like the whole the mega drought we're experiencing once again here in California, and it's just gonna be. Hopefully, it doesn't become a repeat of 2015. But feeling that it might happen again, we just gotta start preparing just in case. I hope that's good enough. I don't know how I'm gonna turn around. Oh, I could probably go around. But yeah, it was just. It's a spectacle to behold, and hopefully, I just hope we don't have to suffer again with a mega drought like we did in 2015. But knowing anything, it may happen again. Woohoo! I know how to drive. um, yeah, that was mostly Monday. We just only visited like local spots for the first time around because we were like ready to really travel too far. We just want to get our like our feet wet of where we're planning to go and whatnot. But then, can I go around the long way? No, I don't need to. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Wee! Ow! Stupid car. Didn't see me coming in. Granted, I should have stopped and looked and waited for him, but oh well. That's fine. You just broke my load. It's great. But the second day we decided to go upon recommendation of my aunt to go to Bernie Falls, which is like about an hour and a half from Reading. It's like a 50-mile drive, but it's an hour and a half because of the whole windy roads up there. But it's quite scenic. I'll just say that it is quite scenic, seeing all the trees, the valleys, mountains, all that stuff. It's like, as someone who lives in Central California, I've seen roughly the same going up to like Tahoe and such, and it felt like that. It felt like I was going to Tahoe, but not as high because Tahoe is like around 6,000 feet. That goes up to like 7,000 feet and whatnot. Going up to Bernie Falls, I think the max elevation you'll ever hit is like 4,000 feet, which is not too crazy. But we managed to get there. And I jokingly told my parents about like because of a drought. I wonder if there is any water at Bernie Falls. Jokingly said that because again, we are experiencing a major drought. Sometimes these tourist attractions, may close because of a certain natural disaster. And yes, a drought is a natural disaster. I also need to put lotion on my skin, just an aside. I'm trying to drive as I put lotion, so you guys can hear me move my hand around. Wee. I'm gonna try to just drive on like this. The second gear, or am I ninth gear? Oh, okay. That was really close. But luckily enough, when we get to Bernie Falls, there was still some water running down down the falls. I know it was quite pretty. Now, I think I can't wait to edit the Reading vlog because I think I tried to compare it to like Idaho Falls, but I don't think I got the name right. It was supposed to be, I think, Shoshone Falls. It was from my vlog 2 of the road trip where I talk about it. Talk about going to Twin Falls, Idaho Falls, and then like visiting Shoshone Park and seeing the falls over there. Basically, how they said Niagara of the West. Bernie Falls is not the Niagara of the West, but man, it was a good waterfall to see. And the difference, like between Shoshone Falls, I think it's Shoshone Falls. I could be very well wrong. I most likely am. But between Shoshone Falls and Bernie Falls, at least with Bernie Falls, you can get a lot closer to it. You can't touch it, like you can't be under the water, but you can get pretty damn close to it. And you can even go down the creek, pool, and touch the water. Unfortunately, we didn't because there was quite a bit of people down there and slippery rocks. Not my forte going down. But there is a pathway to go down towards the falls, towards the creek, and I'm hoping the vlog will like explain it. But I have a bunch of pictures on Instagram if you want to see the falls. I legit took 6 pictures of the same falls, same Bernie Falls, just in quote unquote different angles and different locations. And I did. They were all taken in different locations. And yeah, I tried to make it beautiful and whatnot. At first, I told my parents were like thinking, oh, let's not go down there. Let's just take the pictures, all that stuff, and then let's go to our next spot. But then my mom was pretty adamant to go down that way, and then I decided to just join her shortly thereafter, and we went down. And I would say at Bernie Falls, if it's hot at at quote unquote base camp, so like where the parking lot is, going down closer towards the falls, it gets cooler and cooler and cooler, and it's nice. And the vegetation actually gets a lot greener over there because of how of its location, of how everything is within basically a canyon of a sort. It gets really nice and cool no matter how hot it is up at the parking lot. And yeah, no, it felt really good just to be there. It was nice. It was comforting. The trek down towards the falls was pretty nice, but the trek back up, oh god. Let's just hope you can hike up a hill, because sure, it's I think I remember seeing the sign. It was 0.3 miles away to the base of the falls. However, it's not the distance that you're gonna have to worry about. It's the elevation you're gonna have to worry about. That thing goes the how do I call it? Like the steep curvature, whatever it is. I should know this. The grade of just going down the path is very, very steep. Like your feet are gonna be like that. And you just need to be ready to catch yourself on a moment's notice. Hopefully you don't slip on anything. There's a couple staircases along the way, but it's very short stairs. It's just it takes a while to get up. Very easy to go down, and hopefully you don't fall when you go down. But very easy to go down. It just takes a little time to get back up. It was a nice visit. We made basically a potential 10-minute visit to an hour visit because my mom was really wanted to go down there, so we did. We took our time to get down there and back up. So we made that visit worth it. I think I did say in the vlog while I stayed here. It's $10 to get in because it's a state park, not a national park. And there's the falls, there's a parking lot, there's a place. Actually, it's a really nice place to picnic. As I've noticed, because there's picnic tables all around and whatnot. I would highly suggest if you get there by lunchtime and you have packed up your own lunch, go picnic. It's a really nice place to picnic at. Hopefully it's not too hot at the parking lot level. unless if you want to go have a picnic toward like at the base of the falls, which I don't know if that's okay or not because of like littering and whatnot. You just want to like preserve that location. But if it's not allowed, you can always picnic at the at base camp. I like calling it base camp, even though it's not really. But it's like it's an easy way to call it that way. Call it that. And it's yeah, it's just a really nice scenic spot, really quiet place too. It is starting to get more busy as more people start to travel, and I guess a lot of people do know about Bernie Falls. But during the time we were there on Tuesday, it was getting busy, but not terribly busy. Like you can you don't have to worry about like going shoulder to shoulder with everyone there. Aside from like going down towards the path, down the path towards the base of the falls, it does get a little bit busy, especially when people are going traversing up and down. But at the picturesque places of like just taking pictures of the falls, it's not terrible. There wasn't a lot of people. You don't have to like wait for a queue to like take a picture of the falls. Like you'll just like have to maneuver your way in, but then you'll be able to take a picture and then it'll be gone in like 5 minutes or so. So it's not terrible, not too busy. But a definite recommend is especially if you're taking your time going up like to Oregon and Mount Shasta and whatnot, or if you're coming from Lassen going to Shasta, definitely do pass by Bernie Falls. It's quite on the way there actually. Oh, this is a pretty nice town. Look at this nice coastal town that has a sharp turn. Fuck. But then after, why can't we go that way? It'd be so much easier if I did that. But after going to Bernie Falls, we decided to head down south towards Lassen National Park. To see Mount Lassen, or attempt to see Mount Lassen. God damn it, Mount Lassen, why are you such a shy mountain? It really is, though. But just going down that way it is quite scenic. It's very serene and quiet, actually. Especially when we're traveling on Tuesday. Like there was barely any cars traversing between like Lassen and Shasta on that route, or Lassen and Bernie on that route, which I guess is not so bad. But hopefully, when you guys are traveling, it's about the same. If not, probably gonna be very busy. But just traversing there, admiring the scenery. It's like, again, it's like I'm traveling. Like there are times I thought I was traveling to like Tahoe and whatnot, like traveling locally around here up to the foothills and whatnot. But then there are like other times where I'm like, damn, this does not feel like I'm California anymore. It feels like I'm in a totally different state. And I do get that feeling every time because I keep realizing that California is huge. I would say the same thing with Texas as well. Texas is huge, and you get to experience like one thing and another, all in the same state. Same with California, you experience one thing and another, all in the same state. But honestly, I thought I was like in a very like up in the Pacific Northwest sort of deal. Mind the yellowness of the grass and the fields, but I definitely felt like I was somewhere else. I didn't feel like I was in California when we were traveling down around up there. Technically up there because in Central California. But yeah, just admiring scenery and whatnot. I think I took pictures. I know I definitely vlogged it. So, and I remember taking. If I can grab this action camera right here. Put it on up on the dash. And just recorded the road. I tried my best. Hopefully, it'll come out, ish well on the vlog. I don't know if I'll be using some of the footage. I might though, because it's like it would at least depict some of the scenery that I'm describing right now. But yeah, I'm traveling there. It takes about like an hour between Bernie Falls and Lassen National Park entrance, but we managed to get there, and in like the hour that we traveled there, I immediately thought, you know what? Since it's a national park, I decided to like search up if they have any annual passes, or for seniors like my parents, lifetime passes to visit national parks. Lo and behold, they do at the entrance gate. So when we got to the entrance gate, I told on behalf of my dad to the lady who was doing the tickets there, saying, "Did you have any senior lifetime passes?" And she said yes, and we decided to get one. It was $80, and basically it does last a lifetime, or at least the time the person got the pass. I didn't mean to stop, so this is gonna be great. Um, for the time they have the pass, hopefully you guys, hopefully you don't end up losing the pass, because if you do lose the pass, it's non-trackable, and you would have to buy a new one if needed. But yeah, we managed to get a lifetime pass for the national parks. And basically, with this pass, the America the Beautiful Lifetime Pass for seniors, you can visit as many of the national parks that requires an entrance fee. So last and required one, it was like $35. So um, just as just for context, I think I did definitely explain this in my vlogs, but I'll explain here on the live stream. When we visited Yellowstone and Grand Teton back during the road trip, it cost $35 to just get in for a 7-day pass. And usually they're non transferable to parks, they're just usually stuck with that park itself. But if you get the annual pass for adults or lifetime passes for seniors for $80, you can use the pass and go basically to any park without ever paying for the rest of the year, for 1 year or a lifetime, depending on what pass you get. And this apply for a good majority of the national parks. They apply by car. So when you drive in to the park, you don't pay you don't pay per person. You pay per car. Even though the pass is only assigned to the person, if they're driving the car, everyone gets in with that pass, regardless. But for like other parks that doesn't have a drive-in, so like if you have to, like if it's only a walk-in only, such as Alcatraz here in San Francisco, that is per person, and you would have to, and the only person that has the pass can only get in by himself. No one else can go with him on that pass because there's no car attached to it. It's a walk-in sort of national park. You walk towards like the gates, and then you get on a boat, and then you go to the island. And I think there's like a handful of parks that are like that, but good majority of the national parks are the drivable type, where you drive into the park. Not like I just thought that literally, but where you drive into the park. So if the primary driver is also the pass holder, everyone in that car gets in with no issue. So that's what we did. Get that pass, because who knows? Regardless, if I do find a job, we do end up continuing to travel here in the next couple of months, and especially if we decide to if we decide to do the trip down Southwest United States in the next couple months? Question mark. If we wanted to go to a national park, we can. All we gotta do is just show the pass, and then we can continue on without paying. And I realize that now. Like, I wish I realized that during the road trip when we went from Yellowstone to Teton. But it did not occur to me because we thought it was like, oh, we're just gonna visit this too, and then we'll see. But now we'll be at least a little bit more prepared with that lifetime pass, to where we could get into national parks without issue, like without needing to pay $35, $35, $35. And I think a good majority of them are like $35 per car. If you're driving into the national park. So like we can now get into Grand Canyon again without issue, like without needing to pay the fee because we have the pass. We can go back to Yellowstone or Teton, Mount Rushmore, all that stuff. So we'll definitely see in the next road trips that we may be taking here in the next couple months. I think for right now, after doing this Reading trip, we're gonna take it very easy, and just like relax here at home. Like, take just like breathe and like just stay here, try to fix up a couple things, balance a couple things. Hopefully, I'll do find a job again. But if not, um, if I don't end up finding a job, or if the job allows me to travel as well to places, am I going the right way? I am. I have to take two ferries, right? Why is it raining wherever I go? Oh. Um, we'll be ready to travel again, and we'll definitely. I think because of this pass, we're gonna probably stop by more national parks throughout our travels, especially if we're going like Southwest United States. There's a couple national parks we can go to. We can even go back to Grand Canyon if we wanted to, even though we've been there 3 or 4 times already, and I don't think it ever changes unless if it did for whatever reason between 2016 and now. That's a car. Um, but we can now enter national parks, all the national parks, without needing to pay ever again. Asterisk. Basically, asterisk is if we lose the pass. Hopefully, we don't. My dad's gonna be keeping it in his wallet. That's gonna be interesting. um, but yeah, so we got that, and then we decided to go visit Mount Lassen, which apparently is a very, very shy dormant volcano. I always say it's very shy because it's all surrounded by trees. No matter where you go, unless if you, I think, travel the 30 miles to like 30 miles around the ring road, which is like very squiggly and goes up and down hills and all that, up and down like slopes and whatnot. You won't see Lassen unless if you like really find the correct corner, like correct locate, like like a proper location where you could just barely see it. And we did actually. My mom and I managed to find Mount Lassen within the trees, and well, it would have been cool, but I think I made a mistake when walking down the path. Um, there's a way. So I guess a little context. I guess I should backtrack where we ended up after paying the pass. Um, where we entered was close to Manzanita Lake. Apparently, this is the lake where you could see the clear blue waters of the lake, as well as Mount Lassen itself. You basically get an unobstructed view of Mount Lassen and the lake at the same time. However, my dirt me didn't realize which way the path goes because it's a circular path. We went down the wrong way. Apparently, the path to like really see Mount Lassen and Manzanita Lake at the same time was going the other way, and we were already tired traveling after traveling about half a mile through the path. So what we decided to do was just try our best and go back and then just try to find Mount Lassen after seeing the lake, the very clear blue lake. It was actually a really clear lake. I thought it would be like, I was like, I always wonder like what's so special about this lake. It really is like a clear lake, like no like no trashy things or anything. Apparently it's a recreational lake as well. A lot of people were like kayaking or boating around there. Uh, Car? Come on. Go faster than 20 kilometers an hour when you make this turn. Um, but we saw the lake, and after that, we just tried to go on a hunt to find the mountain, and we saw the mountain, which all took about like what, an hour and a half in total. And this was basically after the very short but crazy hike up and down towards Bernie Falls. We were pretty much dead tired to just because we were like walking all day, hiking all day, really. Um, that yeah, we decided to just like spend that time and then went out, basically. Granted, I would say Bernie Falls is not so bad, like walking around. It's just the steep height. It's just the steep hills, just your steep ascent to go up and down to the falls. But at least with that, it's like generally like it's all rock. There's like no gravel or anything. It's actually maintained. compared to Bernie Falls, where it's actually a trail and it's all made with like gravel and it's like, with the rocks all around. So you just gotta have to like be careful. You have to be careful of where you're walking. Uh, it's great if you had hiking shoes. We didn't have any hiking shoes. My mom was wearing trainers. I was wearing basketball shoes. Not the greatest, or running shoes. So probably not the greatest thing to do on a nature hike. They said it was going to be an easy hike or easy walk. It would be. I just wish I had. What happened here? I just wish I had sensible shoes for that. We didn't. Um, but yeah, I think that's the only thing I have not uploaded on Instagram, which is Manzanita Lake ish. I think I took pictures of Manzanita Lake, but both Manzanita Lake and Mount Lassen, the Shy Mountain, which is a dormant volcano, and but I'll get to uploading that here real soon. Hopefully, maybe either after the stream or after I edit my video tonight. And yeah, after visiting those two places, we decided to just head back because it was starting to heat up and we were really tired. After all the walking and whatnot, we got really tired. So decided to head back, relaxed, and then basically we traveled home yesterday on Wednesday. And it was not so bad. Like just traveling to there and then traveling around wasn't so bad. Realizing it's about like 3 hours north of Sacramento, so it's not a terrible drive, especially since all you gotta do is go up five, and it's like just a freeway, and boom, you're in Redding. But I would highly suggest especially if you're traveling towards Redding, and then if you're like traveling towards Washington and Oregon, you have the time to do it. I would suggest not to take I-5 and actually take Highway 99 and Highway 70. This is for context. Um, I'm gonna explain like the difference of the two. I-5 is the more direct western route, so it travels on like the west side of the valley. Highway 99 and Highway 70 travels on the east side of the valley all the way up to Red Bluff and then eventually to I-5. From Red Bluff north towards Redding, take I-5 because there's no other way to get there ish, unless if you're planning to travel to Lassen first. I think I could run. Yep, I can run it over. Unless if you're planning to travel like to Lassen first before going to Redding, then you could do that. But I would definitely suggest going towards the east side of the valley on Highway 99 and 70. You get to see quite a lot more, I'd say. Um, it's definitely a more local route, but I feel like it it really makes you feel like a local traveling down that way. It doesn't get necessarily, well, it does get a little bit busy because you do have again a bunch of locals that are traveling down that way. But you get to see like a whole bunch of farmlands of like variety of things, whether it's like fruit trees, fruits, vegetables. Apparently around what is it, Oroville, I think they are known for their honey. I wish we stopped by to grab some honey, but we were going to Reading and we weren't particularly ready to carry some honey to just wait for 3 days in order to come back to Central California and have them. But they do sell like local honey, various fruits and vegetables, apparently a lot of eggs. And I think I know for the fact like anything north of Sacramento, they're like really known to sell eggs for one reason or another. I wonder if there's like a chicken coop, a major chicken coop around there or something. But they sell eggs. um, but definitely like do travel local, and I think that's what I'm gonna like suggest on like the lessons learned and like advice for traveling around the United States or even around your area. Don't, as much as you want to rely on the interstate to get to places, if you have the time, take the back road. You get to see a lot more, you get to experience a lot more for the better, hopefully not for the worse. But you get to see a lot more, you get to experience a lot more and admire basically everything. um, Especially if you're like a city folk or people who live in the suburbs in the United States or even wherever you live, really. You get to admire the rural rural side of things. You get to admire what brings food to your table, what basically runs the basis of like food and economics. But like no, really. You get to experience like what brings food to your table? Who are the hardworking people that keeps America running basically cuz yeah, sure, we run on like the workforce that, pilots things and gets stuff done. But you also got to realize that it does that in order to do that, you need to get sustenance and whatnot. And where else to get that sustenance? Your local farms, for the most part. I know for like many of the produce that you see in grocery in supermarkets and whatnot are imported, but you know, there's local markets there that sells local produce, local goods, meats, whatnot, and those are the ones you really want to trust because I wouldn't be lying. I feel like they're becoming a dying breed of trying to produce for America. So, you know, go down that back road. Go find that little market that's in the middle of nowhere. Go buy their fruits, their produce, their vegetables, whatnot. Why are you visiting me, right? And admire what the rural side is because it's definitely it's a different pace in life compared to the city, compared to suburban life. Once you travel through the back roads, you get to admire a lot more things. I realized that on the road trip. I realized that, and on any trip that goes through rural America. I even realized that going through rural Philippines back in 2019. You just got to admire what what pretty much runs the backbone of wherever you live. Because without them, it probably will be a lot harder to source the foods you eat and whatnot. You can maybe a good majority of the foods that we eat are imported, but you know, a good majority of them are also local too. So definitely do take those back roads, and especially if you're going to Reading, definitely take 9970. You won't regret it. I will say that. And plus, you get to see like the other random cities that are over there, because there are cities. Surprisingly enough, that California is just not built on Sacramento, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, and San Diego. There's like a whole bunch of other cities on the non-interstate routes that you could visit and have some significant impact around the area. So definitely, definitely take the long route. Don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. To go take it slow. Just if you have the time to travel to point A to point B, travel from point A to point B. Rather than taking the direct route, go take the local route. Go to the other cities. Go through small towns. Admire everything that you see because it is completely different. But it can also be the same for you. Who knows? Like you may experience something similar that you may not have experienced in a while or something like that. And for me, I definitely do admire everything that's like in the rural side, especially as a suburban city boy. Like I definitely acknowledge all the work they do to bring food to their table and our table and other things really. um, Hopefully, maybe like after saying this, I'm hoping that if we do end up doing like the southwestern trip or whatever trip we do next, we decide to just deviate off the freeway, off the interstate, and most definitely it's off the interstate, and just travel through the back roads, back through the local roads, through roads that are not usually traveled by tourists. And basically, I think what this is what I think whatever I'm saying right now, I'm going to just regurgitate this on my lessons learned because yeah, it's just nice to just travel through those roads. And definitely, I'm not kidding. If you travel through like the back roads and whatnot, um, aside from maybe getting a dirty look or two from the local, it's empty. Like you don't see a lot of tourists per se. I got that feeling where we're traveling to Teton from West Yellowstone. we didn't take like the bigger roads to there. We decided to take like the little local roads, their state highways, which is like less traveled than California, but state highways versus like the national highway or the interstate. Felt that in definitely in Idaho, definitely in Wyoming. Just traveling off the interstate, it you get to really experience a different thing. You get to really admire everything about rural America. And that's not my turn. It's right here. Okay. And you just it's an oddly nice feeling to just do. So, if you guys are planning your next road trip, wherever you go again, take it slow, take it easy, travel local. Like travel those back roads because one, you do face a lot less traffic. Two, it might take some time, but three, you'll get a totally different experience rather than saying that okay, we're gonna be stopping here at the rest stop, we're gonna be stopping here at the service stop to get some gas and pee and food, and then boom, we're at the hotel. Oh boy, next day repeating again. When you travel local, you get to see a town. You get to maybe talk to a local, experience with the locals' experience. Um, in the midst of gassing up, peeing, resting, and whatnot. But you get to definitely experience that with like a lot more than just traveling through the interstate. Through the interstate. And that's my suggestion right there. I'll definitely reword that better here on this, like the quote unquote final travel vlog. Why do I have an exclamation point? Is my truck broke? Is my truck broke or dead? I hope my truck is not broke or dead. Um, but yeah. So after this Reading trip, we're taking it easy. Especially for July. When we're hearing about like heat waves that are like kind of popping up more and more as of late, I think we're not ready to travel again because yeah, traveling in the heat, it's not fun. Even if you have a car blasting AC, that can actually ruin your car and especially ruin your AC. Because even if you blast it the whole time through, what happens if it just randomly gives out? It can happen. And usually that does happen if you crank up your AC more often than not. You either run out of coolant, or your compressor breaks, or some tragic thing might happen to your AC. It can happen. I think that has happened with the Honda Pilot, but granted, because of the old age, we were able to maintain that whole car pretty easily, quite well. Not pretty easily, but quite well, to where it finally broke off after like 10 years. But like I've heard, you know, stories of like, you know, just traveling without AC. It's not fun. But you also don't want to crank that shit up, and especially during heat. Um, it does put a lot of wear in your car if you travel in the heat. So especially now, if it's gonna get like hotter and hotter throughout the weeks and month in the summer, throughout the summer, we were gonna just take a break for now. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Probably just hang out with. I would hopefully hang out with friends if they're not busy, especially since California has just recently opened up. Um, just have fun with them. Hopefully hang out with cousins and whatnot. If I could finally meet up again after so long. Oh, very purple. And try to see what kind of normalcy we can bring back. Maybe even have a barbecue on 4th of July. Right? Who knows? But we'll just take it easy for now. It'd be cool to travel again, but I think we are all a little bit tired out of traveling, and would like tonight take a break for at least the time being. Who knows? Probably in mid-July we'll actually start planning the big road trip. It can happen. If I don't end up finding a job, I'm still hoping I do find a job. If anyone wants to hire me for IT support, that'd be great. Wherever you live, I would definitely would like to work there, and hope that I could master master my expertise in technical support, and then see if that's my thing. Yeah, no, I'm still trying to pursue on IT support ever since working at Census, because I do find a lot of fun helping out people, especially with tech issues. And I just want to experience it for at least another year or two, just to see if it's my thing, see if this is the path I want to go, and see if I want to pursue it as a true career, or split away and go back to coding. I mean, sure, I'm very rusty at coding, but I think I can definitely pick it up pretty easily. I wouldn't have too much of an issue because I still remember things. Um, but I still want to try to do a year of IT support experience. But it's been quite the hassle trying to find a job, and as much as I love collecting unemployment, no, I really do want to stop. But I also need to support myself, support family, and whatnot. So, two sides of the coin. So we'll see. Hopefully, again, do find a job. I'm still hoping I find a job before we do the trip, because then I can at least get myself back up to working, because it's been a while. But also, it'd be also nice to travel again. We'll see. Like, things change, and I've noticed like everything. Everything has been like very, like, it's just been changing up day in and day out. Definitely. Like, there'd be times where we just want to relax, stay home. There'd be times where we're just like, all right, let's just go to Southern California or whatnot. Who knows, right? Or we'll just start our trip now. Like, this will definitely change, and it doesn't really help that, again, my mom's retired, so none of my parents work. They're now just relaxing on the sofa, watching TV. But also, admiring their relaxation. Ever since my mom retired in October, I'm gonna go through. Ow. But yeah, so it's like with that, it's like we have the time to just do basically anything at the moment. Whether it's just relaxing or uh, traveling, like we have nothing. We necessarily don't have anything to worry about just yet. Um, I think we're still trying to figure out if we're planning to move soon, move out of California in the near future or whatnot. That's still always been up in the plans, but that's like a very long-termish thing at the moment. But also, it'd be interesting to know if we do, because then I'd be able to find a job maybe elsewhere rather than California, as much as I love California. But, it's just been a very big hassle just trying to find a job in general wherever. Um, but hopefully, again, if you guys, have a suggestion of where to work, put it down in the comments below. It'd be great, so I can actually research the area and then see if I could actually find a job there. And especially with like the money that I have left, like I want to be sure that if I can, just move there, get the job, find a place, and then work it out. Really, I think that's what I need to do. Is maybe I do need to expand my horizons, go out of state by myself for like a year, get that experience, get that experience, and then see if it is for me, and see if I want to come back either to United States, come back to California, or stay where I would be staying next. I know there was still talks for what was it? Still talks for Texas, and I've been trying to like find jobs elsewhere, but I think I'm gonna finally. I think I am definitely going to expand my horizons, probably to any state at the moment. Ooh, that's big. That's gonna be a tall order to perform if it's gonna be any state, because then I would have to really look into it. But it'd also be cool because then I get to travel. I get to experience new things. And as much as I loved living in San Francisco back in uni and just traveling in general, like I think I can finally admire more places to live at. And if it's a good place to live, I might consider it. Finding a job there, working over there. Who knows, right? Um, and also, honestly, I could also be talking out of my ass, which I feel like I am. But it's like it's my way to just like really think it out, think it through, think if it is for me, and think if I can, and see if I could definitely pull it off. I would like to, actually, and especially as a 27-year-old who wants to like get somewhere in life right now. I would like to see where I could be hopefully by 30. Um, like I don't want. I'm hoping I'm not going to be doing this when I'm 30, or well, I would like to do this when I'm 30, but I would also like to be in a career rather than trying to still find a job while streaming, truck and talk. Like, oh my god, I can't see where I'm going. I really can't see where I'm going. That was insane. um. So yeah, after like really talking this out, I might think of it. Just like probably like go on Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn, or if you have any other like job sites that I could probably look at to find like IT support jobs. Um, I would say around the United States for the time being. I would like to go global, but I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. Well, but just trying to get that experience again. 1 year experience at the minimum. 2 years would be great just to like really dive in and just have that on on my resume and whatnot. But just getting that experience and hopefully be making money to pay off stuff along the side would be great. But I'll definitely not think about it. Now that I spoke it out, I think I could probably do it. But I think I would now want to try and avoid big places as much as I would like to stay in San Francisco, go to San Francisco or Los Angeles, San Jose, or even New York. Those are pretty expensive places to live. Hopefully there'll be like an IT support that can hire just anyone per se, and then have cheapish housing and be able to make some money to pay some bills. That'd be great. That'd be great. But again, definitely aiming for that experience, but also aiming for just a wee bit of cash to pay stuff. I think I'm putting a tall order for myself, which is probably not a good thing. I need to focus on one thing. But definitely those. What else? Oh yeah, what I have below. Um, in the midst of finding a job, actually. Uh, in the midst of finding a job, it would be cool to actually develop more of both my Twitch and YouTube channel, and I guess my brand. I know there's like not a lot of people like watching it, but hopefully maybe in the future there will be a lot more. You guys, if you're watching this today, whatever day you're watching this in the future, I do want to try while I'm trying to find a job, try to expand my brand. Like, I do want to like get out there and maybe try to really take content creation seriously, but also there's so many things I want to do, and I don't know what's up. Wow, I flipped in it. Come on, flip, back up, flip, back up. Um, damn. And I'm broke. And I'm broken. Oh jeez. One belly air. I broke down. I crashed. I gotta be careful when I take those turns, man. How bad is it? $69,000. Buy money. I'm never gonna make money ever if I keep flipping my truck here. But like, yeah, I want to try to. I want to try to expand my brand. Like, I, I, I had a slight vision of trying to like make my logo like a thing, like put it on like cups and shirts and whatnot. But also like try to like maybe start creating more emotes and whatnot, and also like creating more videos on YouTube. Especially if you guys are watching this on YouTube, like I really want. Oh, the fan died. I do want to create more videos on YouTube, and not only like my Let's Plays and live streams, but also want to start really maybe doing vlogging more. But like, well, not only that, do like I don't know so much about lifestyle, but definitely I want to get back into the tech videos. Um, and Prime Day and the many other things that I have gotten so far in terms of tech in 2021. I want to make like reviews and whatnot. However, I while I can record for days on end, I have a struggle to edit videos. And so I'm technically looking for a video editor. At the moment, I would want to find a video editor first for my gaming stuff, and then maybe eventually incorporate to like tech if you guys wanted to. Like I don't want to nailed it, Daryl. I don't want to like say, hey, you need to edit all my videos. Primarily, I wanted to try to like if I could find someone to edit like the gaming videos that I do with either friends or myself, and could make it like very interesting and pop out. It'd be great. I haven't figured out the sort of composition yet because I haven't really like I haven't like it's been in the thought of my head for a while, but I haven't really figured out how I would want to compensate someone for that. Whether it be money through commissions, or contract or something like that. But it's just like been thinking of like just trying to find an editor to like help me edit some videos so I can at least focus on like tech videos and whatnot. But I'm like realizing this now at the same time, and I just had this thought also for a while. I was thinking of branching out some of the stuff. So like I like as spamwaits, right? Um, I've been thinking of like because of all the things I wanted to do and how I've always been running my channel for the past 11 years now. It has been quite the variety, but not in like quite the variety of like, ooh, you do like skits and whatnot. Like they're like a sort of theme sort of thing. There isn't one. I have done let's plays, tech reviews, and vlogs. Those are three separate things that, um, unless if you manage to merge them together, they are not together. Um, for let's plays, yeah, I play games either myself or my friends, and usually either it doesn't really relate to any of the two other things per se. Maybe truck and talk traveling. What? Sure, we'll go with that. But for like, um, either Gartic phone that I've been uploading that I need to eventually get started as well. But like Arctic Phone or Jackbox or GeoGuessr. Actually, maybe GeoGuessr would be also like traveling too. I could focus on that as well. But like those games, like they don't pertain to like vlogs, which I've always been doing for like status updates, but also as of late travel. Like I've ever since doing travel vlogs and ever since my parents wanted to travel more, I've been wanting to record more. But at the same time, it's like I have that, but then Let's Plays coming right after our live streams. So it's like I think it's like I'm putting a bit too much on my plate in terms of like what I'm providing because it's all random. So I was also planning to see if I want to branch out, do something like a spam vlogs or like a spam vlogs or a spam games sort of channel, and then make spam waits maybe if I really aim for it. If I'm staying home long enough before traveling again, start making tech videos and put it as like a main thing because that's let's see. Let me go through my whole history of my channel so far. Ever since I had the Spam Wage channel, I've had skits back in 2009, 2010 with my cousins, and then eventually I went to like reviews and whatnot. I did try to do a tech review back in 2011 with a camera and my iPod Touch, and I think that kind of went somewhere, but I didn't really hone down on it because I wasn't ready to like. I haven't got used to speaking out like this. I'm still having issues with it because of the ums, and all that stuff. It's great to edit, quote unquote. But back then, especially as a high school kid, I was not the person that liked to talk, even on camera. Whether it's if it's like to someone that I don't know, I have an issue talking to them, or I have an issue talking towards the camera. Nowadays, I'm getting used to it, but my speech patterns doesn't really help. So it does require a little bit of editing, but I've really like been starting to like more recording myself and whatnot ish. Not so much for travel because usually I'm with my family and I don't like getting the dirty looks from them because well my mom vlogs too and she doesn't put the camera on her. So until she does that, I won't be doing that either. But I will try. But I do like talking towards the camera like this here on Truck and Talk or many other videos that I do even during the travel vlog montages. Like I do face on cam Easy. I just need to find the words. But like, I do want to like. Ever since I did the tech videos again back in early 2021, and then stopping it, like I kind of want to do it again. Like I want to see if I could really get myself out there, see if I could like do comparisons or reviews of things, and just be out there and try. Um, but it doesn't help that I have now travel vlogs or vlogs in general. Well, a little bit of both actually, as well as let's plays and live streams that doesn't necessarily pertain to each other in a general degree. To some degree, yes. Again, Truck and Talk, GeoGuessr, travel vlogs, they all pertain to traveling. But the tech stuff, not so much, unless if I do tech, maybe tech travel vlogs or tech travel reviews. But I don't have a lot of travel tech yet. Maybe. I'll think about it. Um, but then I got Let's Plays, and it's like, it's a fun time to record because I always like recording the stupid shit that my friends and I say or whatever I record because I'm a derp like that. But it more or less does not pertain. So like also thinking of branching out stuff, but I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet because I am a little bit small to do that at the moment. Um, Hoping that if I do end up growing bigger and whatnot, I may branch out the spamwaits brand in terms of YouTube to like spam vlogs or spam gaming or spam gaming. I wouldn't I don't know which one I would do yet first. Maybe maybe spam gaming. Like I do want to split the spam weights brand with gaming and vlog lifestyles, vlog tech stuff. Um, but I don't know. I'll see. It's just been in the thought of my head to see if I wanted to do that or not. Especially if I want to like expand my brand, expand the I guess the logo, and expand like the content I want to provide to you guys. Whether it be a live stream, whether it be a recorded video, whether it be a vlog, whether it be a let's play, whether it be a review, tech review, because I like tech. We'll see. We'll see what gets me there with things. Um, but it's just that's the thought in my head. If you guys have any suggestions or if you guys want to put a comment on that, feel free. Comment down below. I'll definitely take a read on it. I'm definitely like we'll figure out if I would want to go with that direction or not in the future. Not in the near future, not in like 2021, but maybe 2022, 2023 if I do continue on this, which I do plan to, even if I do end up finding a career in IT support like that. I did make the the slight I would say I'm a majorly regrettable mistake on not continuing my channel while I was working, but at the same time, it did allow me to focus on my work because it was my very first real job. So I guess there's like takeaways from it, but I do regret not progressing through, um, like not really pursuing more into YouTube and whatnot, like being consistent with it because it would have been. I'm gonna take this slowly. It would have been interesting to see where I would have been at now if I not only worked but continued doing YouTube properly, like either doing like consistent truck and talks um, ever since, or where am I gonna enter, dude? Okay, I see. Whether I'd be doing truck and talk consistently or vlogs, which I kind of did back in 2020 because it was easy back in 2020 to do vlogs because COVID happened, and during the time I wasn't really busy at work per se. I was um, like pretty much just at home or at work, just doing training stuff. So I didn't really have to worry about work as much. So I could have had taken that opportunity to vlog or do truck and talk again, and then see how consistent I was. But then again, I also realized that I got busy during the midst after like during the midst of COVID, during like this time last year or early on. I mean, I think I do remember trying to do a truck and talk. I did a truck and talk once. after like 2 months of working. Well, 2 months into my work. But I wish I pursued more onto that, but I didn't because yeah, like work got the best of me. But I want to see if I can definitely do that. But I know it's a tall order. I'm I'm making a whole bunch of tall orders here on stream. You know, I want to take my word for it, but also I'm also afraid to do it. But if anything, this is a record for myself to say, hey, you have this idea. I hope you execute it, Daryl. I do hope you execute it. If you do end up finding a job, and like, if you do end up finding a job, continue what you're doing right now as well. Stream, record, create. Um, and then eventually, who knows? Maybe if I do get more successful here on YouTube, because I know it's a very hard platform nowadays for both YouTube and Twitch to succeed, even though I've been here for many years. If I do succeed, cool, awesome. Maybe I could focus on more content creation, and especially it'd be great with a family who are retired and who wants to travel. I could, it'd be cool to like collaborate with them, even if they're my family. I mean, who doesn't collaborate with their family? Unless if you hate your family, then I'm sorry. I'm slowing down, but don't break. Why does this look like I'm in the Amazon? Like in the jungle or something. I know I'm in like Marseille, I think. Somewhere in Marseille. We're going to Marseille. But it'd be cool to see if I will do that. You know, Daryl, I hope you pursue that here in the future. If you do end up finding a job, just continue doing this while working, and we'll see where we'll go from there. Definitely. Um, but yeah, those are like just the ideas I had in my mind, and just like the suggestion of like see if I could find a video editor. It'd be great. Again, like I just want to I do want to focus. If I do find a video editor, I want them to just focus on like my gaming videos that I have so far, whether again be friends or myself recording, just to see how well they can edit. Because I'm willing. I'm still. I like editing. It just requires a lot of willpower to get myself to edit, and usually that willpower comes in through procrastination, as I always do. So if I could find an editor to at least alleviate some videos, so I don't end up being like, oh my god, I forgot to edit. Now I have to like spend like 4 to 6 hours to edit a video. Yeah, it'd be great. Um, I think this is gonna be my final trip. I'm gonna like cut it short here for Chuck and Talk, because I don't want to like add more stuff to it. I feel like the Reading, talking about Reading and then talking about myself of like what I learned. I feel like it's gonna be enough for now. And plus, it's like I did start the stream late, definitely very late, and I do want to get my head start on editing because I try to edit, but I started working on computers and a whole bunch of other things with family ever since coming back from home. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed all the Chuck and Talk streams that I've had so far, whether it be the old ones or these recent ones. If you haven't already, give me a subscribe to me on YouTube or follow me on Twitch. I usually record this. I usually stream this every Thursday, usually at 7, but as of late, it's been at 8. Um, I saw green, so it was good. Reasonable. I broke my load, guys. Eek. Oh, thank you for following me, Lady Bear. I'm actually gonna be ending the stream here soon, unfortunately. Um, but actually, unless if I could find a short load. But yeah, now do follow me. Follow me here on Twitch, or subscribe to me on YouTube, just to see what I've been doing. See, oh, I am not in Marseille. Marseille is all the way up here, isn't it? I don't know Europe. Oh, I passed Marseille. No wonder I don't know where I'm at. Shit. Usually I have this ready, but apparently I don't at the moment. Intermission. There it is. So yeah, definitely to give me follow here on Twitch if you are watching this live on Twitch. Or I'm gonna do this. Can I do this? I can do this myself. Follow me on YouTube. Hopefully I'll have the finale of my travel vlogs up tomorrow. I'm gonna try to be editing this right after the stream. And it'll be up tomorrow at 11. And I also upload other videos. I think I need to upload an extra video on Sundays. Usually that's Minecraft Mondays, but I haven't done Minecraft in 2 weeks because I've been traveling. So I'll figure out something to upload on Sunday because I missed out last week on that. Maybe the Reading vlog. Who knows? Follow me there. Also follow me on Twitter. Usually I post random updates, whether it be streams, videos, or places I go, and like updates if I do end up streaming or not. Follow me on Twitter so you can get those sort of updates. Usually that's my first form of communication for anything. Whether if I stream, if I'm planning to stream soon, or not planning to stream because of things, or uploading a video or whatnot, or even just random shit I decided to retweet. Follow me there on YouTube, Twitter. And then I might not have a lot of photos now. I'm hoping to actually upload the Mount Lassen photos here soon. But for all the trips that I have done so far in 2021, amongst many other things I have there on Instagram, follow me on Instagram so you can get all those nice, sweet, pretty pictures that I usually upload. And hopefully I start uploading more again. I forgot to upload all of Reading, but I have a majority of Reading now. My whole Reading trip is on Instagram in terms of photos. So go follow me on Instagram as well if you haven't. In any case, I hope you guys again had a fun time watching this stream. Or had a fun time listening to me talk about my trip at Reading as well as what I plan to do in the future. And hopefully I'll see you guys either hopefully Minecraft Mondays with King Cronus or AJ. I'm hoping to restart that. And I know he's been planning stuff out, and we've been talking about what we want to do or what he wants to do as well. So hopefully on Monday it will be executed or going to be executed. For Minecraft or more Truck and Talk Thursdays here on every Thursday, usually at 7 p.m. But as of late, it's been 8. But usually I'll update on that Twitter. So, but you'll follow me here, you know I'll stream. So hopefully I see you guys there. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day or night or wherever the heck you are. And see you guys then. It's a little bit of a short stream. It is weird because I've been streaming usually 2 hours for Truck and Talk. It's been actually a while that I've done a shorter Truck and Talk. But anyways, I digress. I'm gonna go edit some videos and continue editing videos. Actually, I technically started it on it, so I just need to render it and all that stuff. And I'm just rambling now. See you guys next time. This is spamwaits. Where is my thing? Because I don't have this anymore. See ya! Usually I have an iPad to control this. I just don't have one. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Poop.